there, it's been a while and welcome to Dwayne and Nidia Food, Travel, and Fun. And today it's just Nidia and I'm in the kitchen. So I'm gonna do something a little fun. It's a very cold day today. It's probably the coldest day of the year so far, or the winter season so far. And I feel like something really comforting and homey. So I'm gonna be making something called clam boil stew. So for those of you who love a good New England or Portuguese style clam boil with all those delicious flavors, this is going to be a way of getting that, but without having to go through all the heavy and hard work of buying the clams, cleaning the clams, getting the big stock pot, and really just, yeah, it's a big endeavor to make a clam boil, and you usually do it a lot more in the summer, or when you have more than just a couple of people that are going to be, partaking and enjoying the feast. So today it's clam boil stew, and I'll show you what you need in order to pull this together. It's a one-pot meal. It's absolutely delicious. Okay, so I'm at the stove. I'm about ready to get started. I'm about ready to start putting together everything for the clam boil stew. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stick of butter. I do use almost exclusively butter that is salted. I know some people prefer to use unsalted and then just rely on their use of salt and not the extra that might come from using the butter, but I've never really noticed an issue. I just figured that if you start with the butter and it's salted, before you do your final taste test, you can see if you need to add any or not. Same thing, just on the other side. So yes, the butter goes in and the butter will start melting. I'm going to adjust this camera now so that you're seeing the pot as I combine the ingredients to make the stew. All right, so I have the butter here in the bottom of my stock pot. And I am melting this butter. It melts very quickly. We'll give that a minute. As you can see, I'm on my own in the kitchen today, so I don't have Dwayne helping me with the production at all, so I don't have the fancy microphones, and I'm not using our nicer GoPro type camera. But, this is a little old school. This is how we started this channel, and I figured I really wanted to share this because I really feel like eating this today. It's a very, like I said, comforting meal, and it's going to be great on a cold day. So once the butter starts to go, I will add in the onions. These were rough chopped, but because this is going to be a soupy stew type thing, eventually the onions will just cook as if they would in a clam boil, only in clam boils we tend to cook the onions, the hot dogs, and the meats and things fairly whole, because we serve it on the side. Again, kind of coat it with the butter. There we go. So far we have the butter and we have the onions. Now this is the clam juice. I think there may be more than one type of clam juice. There certainly may be store brands. I picked this up at Stop and Shop. I'm going to pour this in. I know a lot of people, when they make a clam boil, they use strictly water. And I find that if I am making a clam boil, yes, water's fine, because you make a really, really rich stock from the actual clams. The clams cook inside of the water. When they open and they cook, they release their juices. So you really don't need the clam juice. But when you're making a stew or a soup like this, it really does need a little more of that clammy essence. You're just not going to get that amount of clammy essence from the canned and from the frozen. So I am using 5 8-ounce containers. And for those of you who may work in grocery retail, or why don't they make clam juice in bigger containers? All right, this is certainly not going to be all the stock, but this is the amount of clam. I will add some water to this. All right, butter, clam juice, and my onions are now here in the pot. And we're just going to let that go for a little bit. I would say we want to wait a little bit while this starts to get a little bit softer, and then we'll start combining our ingredients as soon as the onions get a little bit more distilled. Okay, you can see it's starting to get a little steamy in here. I do have the heat at a medium low. Not exactly a simmer, this is the regular burner here. So next, I'm actually going to put in 2 cans of the whole baby clams, and I am going to put it in here with the clam juice that it comes in. So you do get a little extra clam juice from the cans, and actually, you know, it smells really nice. I don't know what else people do with this whole baby clams. I can imagine that it's probably used a lot when making clam chowder. You can see that in here now. Yeah, and they really are whole baby clams, not like clam strips at all. And this probably is very similar to the way some people make their chowders. Looking pretty good. Okay, what I'm going to do now is add the frozen. You can see these are much bigger. This will really give this stew the substance that it needs. See how big these are? They're really, it's just like looking at the inside of a clam. They freeze it, and it's all clean. This is a very clam-filled soup base at this point. It looks great. And let this go for a little bit, and then we're going to start adding some of the veggies, namely the potatoes, and some of the other meats, namely the sausage, as soon as this gets close to a little simmer. So, just to let you know, I have moved this pot over to the burner that is strictly for simmering. I have it on a low simmer. This is a stock pot. There is some air coming in, and I will let this simmer slowly until such time as the onions and potatoes are finished, and I'll see you back when this is ready to go. Look at this. It really is a clamboil stew. Potatoes are cooked. I can smell the linguiça. I can smell the onions. Definitely smell that delicious sweet clam juice. Look at the colors. Final thing, grab yourself a spoon. Definitely hot, so be careful. And you want to taste the broth. Definitely blow on it. I'm going to blow on it. Oh wow, very, very good. It needs a little salt. Remember, there's a lot of potato and there's a lot of onion in there. I only added a little bit of salt in the beginning because we have salty elements in here already. So here goes a pinch of the coarse ground. Spice level for me is good. I can always add a little bit of pepper in my own bowl and in my own plate. This is what a spoonful looks like. But let me ladle some out and show you the final product. It really is heaven in a bowl. Oh, the spoon was in this bowl. It's not a dirty bowl. But here we go. Definitely get some of the meats, some of the clams, some of that clam juice. You know that clam juice that everybody likes to dunk their clams because it's buttery and clammy, and you know, usually serve it alongside with your clams. Some linguiça. Here we go. Wow. I'm actually going to turn this off because it is finished, and I'm going to dive into that bowl and show you and let you know what I think of my own creation this afternoon. Okay, so I've just taken it out, put my bowl right here. Very, very hot. Wow. Let's let that cool for just a minute. And while it does cool, a couple pieces of news for all of you. First, Dwayne and I would like to thank all of you for watching our videos, for supporting our channel, for emailing, for saying hello, for commenting. We're at nearly 15,000 subscribers, and to be honest, we never ever thought we'd make so many friends and have so many people interested in watching our videos. That said, we have a couple of recipe videos that I'm going to be working on this week, and then some very special videos are coming up after that, because I am going to a bucket list location of the world for me. I'm going to Dubai. I'm leaving on Saturday. It is a work trip, but I am going to make sure that I have some free time and that I do some of the sightseeing and go on some of the excursions and things that are so famous in Dubai. And I'm also going to do some vlogging from my business class seat on Emirates Airlines, including a total food review. When I return, Dwayne and I do have another cruise booked. We are leaving on the Norwegian Bliss from Los Angeles to the Mexican Riviera. And that'll be another opportunity to show you some excursions and take you along with us as we do some of our traveling. So more food, travel, and fun to come. And speaking of food, wow. I think it's like 19 degrees out today, and I am eating a clam boil in a bowl. Look at this. It's still really hot, but oh wow, this is so good. I wish I could share it with all of you, but now that you have the recipe, give this a try. It's delicious. Bye. Please like, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and that way you'll just stay on top of when we release new videos. Hello, friends, and thank you so much for everything. Catch you on the next one.